How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. My name, of course, is System Z, and today we're working on the castle, which is right behind me. You guys seem to really have enjoyed this build. I think it turned out amazing. Last episode, if you missed it, we worked on this awesome feature. All of this right here. It seems like a lot to do in one episode, but you guys seem to enjoy that format, so I want to kind of keep doing that, where we have a nice fulfilled episode of just a lot of building. So we've got the backside done here. We've got the front done. Now we need to get the side done. At least one of the sides, because, you know, there's two sides. Technically four, but we have two done. Now we need to finish two. So we're going to work on this side next, because we've got the shape there. Like, I don't think I'm going to add any more towers over here. You know what? This tree over here would be the perfect viewing platform. There we go. That's a lot better. So yeah, as you can see, the shape is all there. Like, this is definitely what we want it to look like overall. I've got every tower in place. The only other tower is going to be all the way behind these towers. So this side is pretty much fulfilled. Now all we need to do is add the details with the windows and then everything down here and just try and make it look complete, because right now it just looks like a basic shape. So that is what we're doing today. If you do enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing, so that way you'll be notified of all future uploads and live streams. And with that, let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'm going to get all of my stuff together and we're going to get this project going. Alright, so I want to do like a walkthrough in a way to show you guys what my plan is, because I've got a lot of structure placed, but not a lot of explanation. So this is the front door, obviously. And once you walk in, I want you to be able to see the throne immediately. But this is going to be generally a small room, because at the end of the day, it's not really a castle, it's a keep. And not really meant to just be huge. I just want it to look great and kind of look like a castle, but have the functionality of a keep, if that makes any sense. So we've got the throne here. This is going to be a stairwell, which leads you up to this platform, which leads you up to up there, as well as the second floor of this tower. This area over here may just be basic, you know, like an enchantment room or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. And then when you come around here, I'm thinking this is going to be where our weapons room is. Hopefully our storage room as well, because at the end of the day, this is probably going to end up being my house in the village. Of course, because, you know, I'm the king and the developer of this particular town. So I think I deserve to live in a castle, right? So today we're working kind of behind the scenes of the towers here. We're going to work on generally this little area over here. Let me throw on my armor first so that we don't die. I'm going to just grab this cobblestone and we're just going to start kind of building up, at least on here, until we can get to the very top, at least to where these are. So we need to do that and bring them all down here and try and meet it up all the way and do the same here. We'll try and get that going. Boom. And we're going to have a basic archway, I think. Is that correct? It's not entirely, because those don't match up, but that's fine because that's hidden. So I need to figure out how high I want this. I think I want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have just kind of a basic arch going over, just like that. I know it probably makes no sense right now, but basically just like this. This is kind of like a gate room in a way. This is going to be a back area, and this whole ledge is going to be like a cliff. Now, hopefully, if I'm not lazy, I'm doing awesome camera techniques to show you guys an outside view of me walking on this this cliff here. I'd like to shave away all of this lower area and make this kind of its own little backyard or side little yard. I don't know, something. So this is kind of like a gateway entrance for that. So I need to get a few resources together to kind of make this more detailed. Alright, so the walls are now placed, and I'm going to add more stairs and kind of overall decorations after I think the roof is done, because that's pretty much the only thing we have left to do as far as the actual structure. Because at the end of the day, as I always say, it is so much better to build the actual structure first and then carve out your details. You guys have heard me say that probably way too much. Probably tired of it by now, but what can I say? I've got a lot of things to say about building. That is the #1 thing I enjoy about this game, is the ability to just build and adapt to new techniques, you know, create your own techniques. There is no real way to build. There is no actual right or wrong way to build. And that is what I love about this game. It's so free. It's awesome. Please share your construction, like your builds, with me on Twitter. I'd love to see what you're building at the moment, because I feel like you guys, you know, always see what I'm building, but I never see what you're building. So at SystemZ on Twitter, you can get a hold of me immediately, and I would just love to see your awesome builds, especially survival worlds. I respect creative building, but not nearly as much as I do survival, because survival is much harder. Let's be honest, guys. With survival, you actually have to, you know, build everything, collect the resources and all that, and that's a tough task. That is definitely not easy, as I'm doing here. So that's basically all I'm going to fill in for that, and then we're just going to take these back, because I don't necessarily know how I want to do this, or if this is going to stay here. So that's all that we're going to do for that. And then what I'm going to do is add a basic rail, basically just utilizing these fence posts, and we're going to do that by doing one, a little bit closer actually, right on the edge here, doing one there, one just like that, a gate, another one, and I guess we can't do the one on that side. I feel like that might be wrong, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. And that's pretty much all for the actual structure. Aside from that, it's just decorations. So before it gets dark here, I'd like to see what this looks like from a distance, and then I'm going to fill out all the details. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not really doing a lot of building on camera here. I mean, I am, but not much decoration. And it's only because we got so much to do this episode. This is only one small thing. So I think the actual structure here looks fine. Now all we really need to do is kind of flesh out the actual details. So I'm going to get going on that, and I will see you guys here in just one moment. Alright, so we've got the entire overhang done now, and I've also added in a few more details. I think there's pretty much only one other thing to do, and that is pretty much to add perhaps iron bars on top. Maybe like acting like a gate. Now, I don't know if I should do iron bars or actual wood, because if I did iron bars, I feel like at the end of the day, it's probably going to look a little too gray, because all the colors are just going to match over. Whereas if I did wood, it might make a little bit more sense and look a little bit better overall. But what I'm going to do is just kind of make it look halfway drop down, and then we can add, you know, more later if we wanted it to look closed temporarily. But just from the outside, just something like that, it looks like it's been opened. It looks all right, and then maybe what we could do is add some trapdoors on the bottom just to look like it's kind of mid-transition there, and if it were closed, it would be all the way on the bottom. And that pretty much finishes off that. It looks alright. Let me know if you think I should use gates instead, or actual fences. That might look a little bit better. But the next thing we're going to do is kind of start working on the details. What I want to do are add a window, and then we're going to do maybe another window over here. And then over on this side, we're going to do a flag. So the flag is probably the first thing we should do. So I've got all the resources here, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, we've got that. We've got that. We will also need a fence. So let's go ahead and get everything we need crafted. Alright, here's to hoping we have everything we need. Now, I don't really know how high up we should go here, but I think probably right there would be fine. Gonna put trapdoors on top. You guys have seen this design already. I've done it a million times. Probably not a million, but something close to there. It's basically just a flag that seems to be protruding out of the wall. Now, you can definitely take this design if you'd like. I think it's pretty nifty. It adds a lot to a build, that's for sure. But basically, it just looks like it's kind of waving in a way. It looks like it's kind of flowing in the wind, and I think it's great because it adds not only a good color, which when building, you know, you can have a stone structure like this. With castles especially, you can have a good structure that's built just primarily gray, and that's all fine, because a lot of people do that anyways, and that's what you'd expect a castle to be. But without color, it's going to look pretty bland. So these flags are an excellent way to introduce some sort of accent, and I'm falling. Oh man, I am definitely not a licensed elytra pilot, that is for sure. I wish it was a little bit higher, but overall that will work. It's not meant to be a main feature, but you can just kind of see what I mean. It adds a little bit more detail, and you would expect something like that to be there naturally. So it just kind of makes sense. We're going to do essentially the same thing we've done here on that side. So 6 up. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right up there is where we're going to start this. If I can just get that. There we go. That should be fine, I hope. So we're going to go up a little bit and just do that and that. One more in the middle if we can just kind of tower on over here. This is just basically a separator. Like I said, you can't have too much gray. I mean, gray is expected because after all, it is a castle, but you definitely want to have some sort of color in there, and I think brown is a good alternative to everything because it just adds a natural counter set to the cobblestone, if that makes any sense at all, because my vocabulary is not good. You guys probably think half the words I say are made up. All right, we're going to do, I think, one there, and then half slabs on the bottom. Oh, this is all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's actually supposed to be the other way around, now that I think about it. I think we're supposed to have not half slabs, but trapdoors on each one, none on the outside. That's how it is. And then we do the trapdoors on, oh no, this is wrong. This is all wrong. We do one there, and then there in the middle, and of course on top, and then one on top there because we already have leaves here, or we'll do that. And there we go. That's the separator. So that is what we're working with for that. And then we're going to build a window pretty much up top on the kind of next level of that. And done. Except for a sign. Let's grab one of those, and we will be able to say that this is completed. Boop. There we go. And I don't necessarily like that, so I think I might remove it for the time being. But for now, I think overall that should work, and then maybe we'll put a trapdoor there. There we go. That looks fine. I just need a rose to put on top of it, which there they are. Oh, no, I'm diving. Oh, there we go. I don't like flying the elytra. It's so spooky. It's so dangerous, too. I'm definitely not good at it. I've died countless times because I didn't have my armor on while flying, which is definitely a no-no when flying elytra air. All right, there we go. So this is done. This whole pretty much face is done. Now all we need to do is add an overhang more on this level. And I want to kind of copy the same design we have on the front. So we're going to do a basic set of half slabs here. And then we're going to go and do trap doors along the edges. Oh no, I don't think that works. I think that's bad actually. There? And then do that. Yes, there we go. And then we'll do that, bring that out a little bit more because it needs to look a little bit better than this. And add a little bit more heft to that side as well. Oh no, I'm one trapdoor short. That sucks. Then we're going to put 3 fences down here. Now this is looking pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Normally I do a little bit better than this. I think I just need a little bit more like kind of thickness to it because it looks pretty weak right now. But I don't know because it does kind of work. Maybe we'll change these to these kind of blocks and then do that maybe? Hopefully that'll work. It's getting dark here, so what I'm going to do is try and get a few things done and try and get this fixed up, and I will see you guys probably here in just a moment. That is pretty much what it's looking like. So we pretty much have all the decorations up, except for kind of down in this area, which I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with yet. So I think that looks pretty good. I think what I want to do now is actually kind of work on this outer area and get it all kind of terraformed and landscaped, which is a very scary concept, and I really don't know directly how I'm going to do it. But the idea is to make this more of a cliffside. I'm actually thinking about tearing this away and making this more of like a ridge, maybe another waterfall or something, leading on to where the actual tunnel system of the waterfalls over here would be. Just because I feel like it might make a little bit more sense, because the idea is that there's like a water reservoir, so if maybe we have it tearing down over here, maybe it's tearing into that and pouring out over here. So I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully something cool will happen. I'm going to try and do a really cool editing montage out of it, but it's probably going to take some time to get this going, and I really hope it turns out okay. I'm always scared of doing projects like this because it could turn out terrible, and I don't have a backup. Maybe I should do that really quickly. But yeah, guys, so buckle your seatbelts. We're going to go straight on into it. Alright guys, that was a pretty awesome and successful landscaping adventure. I'm really excited to show you guys. You've probably already seen it. I mean, if you watched the time lapse, you did. But if not, if you just skipped ahead, this is going to be a really, really cool reveal. I was really scared at how this would turn out, but I think it turned out amazing, just like it did last episode. I should be more confident in myself, just like this squid. I'm just kidding. Oh man, look at oh, that's a terrible view. I'm sorry. Don't know what I was thinking there. I need to step up my game with the shots. Okay, let's come around. Oh man, this looks really messy, but I love it. I really, really do. It looks awesome. It looks so much better. And I know these leaves are kind of everywhere, but that's kind of how I want this castle to be. Just really, really overgrown, because this is like a really overgrown kind of sacred forest type thing. And I think it fits. I really do. Now, there is one last thing we have to do for this in order for it to really work, and that is to add the water. Because this color blue really fits in with this nature style that we've got going on. And these sharp ridges and stuff. So as you can see, I've specifically carved out these tears in the mountain side. That way we can have water specifically rolling through them. So I'm going to run through there, or at least fly through there, and try and get the water placed. This is going to be a little tricky. I don't like working with water as far as waterfalls go, because they can be extremely stubborn. So let's just hope for the best here. I'm going to just put that there. Try and get it. Oh, that's too high. This is what I mean. Not only is it laggy, but there's just so much to place, and it's so messy. Okay, let's grab some of that. We'll kind of go a little bit more out. Okay, we're getting to the ledge here. Let's break this. Make some more sense that way. And I think it actually may have automatically done it on its own. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah. I can work with that, actually. That does not look bad. That actually looks really good. The only thing I want to fix is kind of this middle area. And I feel like that over there, back there, kind of defeats the purpose of this, because this is meant to be what splits it. So let's go over there and just kind of carve away and try and get that to flow over a little bit more. Just like that. There we go. I need to get rid of that coal, but that'll be fine for now. And let's zoom on through here. Guys, I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. This castle is by far one of the best I've ever done. It's really messy, and I respect it. I mean, I'm not that, big of a castle builder, but for the fact that I haven't built too many castles, I think it turned out really cool. And it's got a lot of cool ideas. That looks so much better. Man, can we please get a few awesome cinematic shots of that? Thank you, Editor in the Sky, for that cinematic montage. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I have got a lot of stuff I got to get going, this episode included. I'm a little late on recording, I'm not going to lie. I've got a lot of things kind of going on, or at least videos that need to be made. So, yeah, but that is going to do it for today. We got the gate done over here. Got the side here placed with the nice little overhang. The very bland wall here has kind of been made a little bit better with a nice flag kind of hanging there. We've got this awesome landscaping feature, and you know what? That's pretty much the whole mountainside, and that's what I love. I really need to come over here with the world edit from the server and actually change the biome, but well, I don't know. I kind of like it being mixed up like that. It's kind of neat, but I mean, we've got the waterfalls over here. We've got the one there. I'm really, really liking how this is turning out, and you guys may know that, I love building, but what you might not know is that I also love landscaping, both in real life and in Minecraft. I think you can do so much if you just edit the terrain around you, because not only is a build important, but what it is sitting on is also important. And that's going to do it, though. I definitely need to go so I can work on other videos. But guys, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Consider subscribing so that way you'll be notified of all future uploads and live streams. My name has been System Z. You guys have been awesome. There is a squid dying, and now he's dead. Poor squid. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.